Hey guys, welcome back. It's Jerry once again with Hilltop Firearms Training Center, Dover, Tennessee. Thanks for watching. Well, I wanted to do a quick little video. Maybe you'll find this helpful, but it seems like I was watching a student recently, and it seemed like they were trying to put so much time and effort into trying to do 7 things perfect. Now, I'm talking about 7 fundamentals of shooting, right? What are they? Grip, very important. Stance, you gotta have a good stance. Sight alignment, sight picture, trigger control, breathing, follow through. Okay, all these different things that they shove down your throat. There's 2 things that you just cannot screw up. Now, about a year ago, I posted a video on a very similar topic, but I thought, you know, it's a year into doing these videos. Why not kind of reiterate what I was trying to convey in the first video? Some of the things that I've noticed people seem to have a problem with have been they put a lot of overemphasis on the rear sight and the front sight, and they try to line everything up just perfect, and they try to get equal light on both sides, flat across the top. This is textbook firearms instructing. We've seen it for years. That is the theory, and that is the definition of having everything lined up just perfectly. But I'll watch sometimes people, and at that very last second, they'll, just before they start to apply a little pressure to the trigger, look at the target. Or, better yet, they'll go, bang. And it's kind of funny, because I myself have to force myself, even to this day sometimes, if I get a little bit rusty, I make myself remember, front sight, front sight, front sight, smooth trigger, don't jerk that trigger. Press the trigger to the rear till the gun goes off, bang. Find your front sight while the gun is recoiling. Stay on that front sight, reset the trigger, put that next round where you want it. Now, we're not going to go into all these other fundamentals, but as I said in the video nearly a year ago, do not overemphasize all these other things going on. You've got enough going on when you're shooting and you want to shoot accurately. Press the trigger, look at the front sight. It is that easy. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to shoot here a little bit for a little while. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I'm trying to make some bullseyes on this target behind me. I'm going to run the camera around so you can kind of see as I hit the target. But it's not about trick shooting. It's not about being some high-speed shooter. It's about 2 things and doing them right. Focusing on the front sight, smoothly manipulating the trigger. The gun goes off. Reset the trigger, stop worrying if you hit the target. Find your front sight. Be cautious of this, guys. A lot of the manufacturers of 3-dot sights, they'll put these bright sights on the rear, on the front, and you're looking at all 3 things. Our eyes have a problem doing that. Keep your sights simple. Stand by, we're going to shoot. I want to look at the front sight, nothing but the front sight. Focus on the front sight, press the trigger smoothly to the rear. 1 round, okay? Now, I'm going to do it again. Cover the same hole. Okay? Cover the hole again. Front sight only. Reset the trigger. Okay, now, all I am simply doing is looking at my front sight. The gun goes off, bang, I worry about my front sight. I slowly reset the trigger till I hear the click and feel it. Worry about the front sight only. Press the trigger again. Now, I'm going to get a little sloppy here because I'm going to show you, could we, in theory, shoot the gun strong hand only and start rotating the gun in different angles? Would it matter? Now, our point of impact will change. I'm not going to keep wearing out this hole. I'm not Mel Gibson from Lethal Weapon. I wish I was. But my point is, I want to worry about my front sight, and I do not want to jerk the trigger. I'm going to move back. I'm going to start changing the angles. It's 360-degree world. I'm going to start changing my point of impact by perhaps turning the gun, but still looking down the sight, focusing on the front, press the trigger. Let's see what we can do, okay? Like I said, guys, we're having some fun. Now, I got a little sloppy there, of course. I'm human, and but what am I doing? I'm looking at my front sight every time, and I'm making sure I don't jerk the trigger. There's really, yeah, I got off 2 rounds, one high, one a little bit low, a couple out here, but it's not that I'm a good shooter. I'm not even I used to be, but I'm getting old and I don't get to shoot that much. I actually teach more than I shoot. The point of this video is, while you need to focus on everything, front sight, trigger control, how you grip, how you stand, okay, all of those things are very, very important. The 2 things you cannot screw up: front sight. You've got to look at the front sight. Sight picture and trigger control. That's the only, not how you align the sights. Apparently, I'm not aligning the sights according to the rules. I'm not shooting gangster style. I am simply pressing the gun out. I'm looking at my front sight. I forget about that rear sight, because that rear sight will get you messed up. I'm going to show you something real quick. I've said it before, I'll say it again. But when I find a product that works, I stick with it. Trigicon HD, some of the best sights I've ever used. Another one, a strong contender for me, is the Ameriglow Pro IDOT series. They don't cause the shooter to look at the rear sight. You look through the rear sight, it's merely a reference point. You focus on that front sight. Get you some sights that work. I hope to see you guys on the range soon. Thanks for watching.